Hi everybody, we started a hike a little bit late in the day. It's about 11:30, close to noon, and we are on our second attempt towards Kehelpathdoruwa. If you remember from last time, we failed to do it because of heavy winds and rains, and that was last year. And this year we are doing our second attempt to go all the way to the top of Kehelpathdoruwa. I'm excited to see how it goes. I wanted to do this last time so badly that we returned a year later to properly hike Kehelpathdoruwa. It's called the Everest of Sri Lanka just because of how it is shaped. We'll go and see for ourselves why it is named the Everest of Sri Lanka. We are slowly closing in on the Vellangolla Plains, which marks the base of the mountain. Both the Jahangala and Kehelpathdoruwa mountains originate from the Vellangolla Plains. It's a beautiful flat area. Alright, we just left our bags somewhere down there because our path is towards that side, that mountain, and we just came to the plains a little bit just to explore and see how it looks like. Thanks to the rain that has been falling for the past month, the plains are again so green and looks amazing. My favorite place in Sri Lanka. I love this place when it's all green and nice. Alright, there's a little breeze, which is a bit of a concerning sign as to whether we'll be able to set up our tent all the way at the top. But I think hopefully it'll be okay today. Everybody is making their way towards the plains. Jahangala is over here, the bedrock. We have climbed this before. Vellangolla Plains, amazing scenery. We officially started the trail for Kehelpathdoruwa. We have 8 peaks to scale, and as you can see, we are traveling on the mountain ridge. So this is the first one, and that's the second, third, and similar to that, once you go beyond that third peak, there's close to 5 more peaks that you have to go up, down, and so on until you reach that peak that you see from afar. And as you get further up, you'll see an even better view of Jahangala. It's amazing. I've seen it once and I'm looking forward to seeing it again. So we are descending. Funny enough, we are descending first. We're descending our first mountain and then climbing that. That will be our first peak out of 8. We finally made it to the first peak of the range, and Udadumbara is on the right. There's a little breeze, which is nice. Hopefully it won't be strong enough that we won't be able to set up the tent. We are climbing that second peak, and luckily looks like the weather is holding today. The wind is mild and the rain is non-existent so far. I see a bit of an overcast condition right there, but closer to the mountain, not so concerning just yet. The challenge of this mountain is that you have constant ascents and descents at the same time as we are scaling a ridge. Not so easy, because the descents bring you all the way down and the ascents take you all the way up. Now that we are on the second peak, we see our destination a little clearer. This is the peak that you need to climb to go to Udadumbara, and all the way there you see our destination, and you see the mountain ridge that we have to follow in order to reach the said destination. I count This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, about 8 peaks to go to the top. Might take another 2.5 to 3 hours to reach all the way there. Yahangala. Amazing views. I think we'll have an even better view from that peak. So we'll go there and have a quick peek at Yahangala. We just passed the 3rd peak and Kehelpathdoruwa is right down there. And there's Yahangala and Velangola Patana all the way at the back. Amazing scenery behind us. And I remember vividly that we couldn't even keep a single step forward just because of how strong that wind was last time. But today, so far, it has been holding. I'm so happy about that. All right, let's go a little further. So we are right now on the 4th peak. So we have another one over here, 5, and then a couple more beyond that. All right, I'm so excited because we are on peak number 5. Last time we were forced to reluctantly turn back due to gushing winds and rain right from this point. So here on onwards, it's uncharted territory for us, and we have 1, 2, 3 more peaks to conquer and reach the summit right there at Kehelpathdoruwa. Amazing journey it has been so far, and right now we are stepping into unknown territory. I'm so glad we are able to make it today. So far the weather is good, and we'll take it step by step and slowly reach the summit. A little exhausting, especially because the sun is shining right above us, but it's good, it's good. I feel good. What the hell is this? Okay, we have to go all the way down there, and there's the path that we need to take. There's the summit waiting for us.
This isn't what I signed up for.
This isn't what I signed up for.
Yeah.
And we have to climb all the way up yet again. Okay, here I am thinking that was the challenge. That was the challenge of itself, but this is even worse. This bit is a little dangerous because over here is as steep as it gets, and this rock surface is what we have to climb all the way to the top. We have a rope in place just in case somebody slips. It was a good call that we brought the rope, and steady enough. And away we go. I lost count at the moment, but I think we are at peak number 6 or 7. And yes, we have one more push and then we'll be at the summit, but that one would be the longest push of this journey because it's a constant ascent to the top. I think it'll take another 1.5 hours, or at least 1 hour for us to reach the top. The overcast conditions are slowly moving away from the mountain, which are good signs, and it has given us much needed shade from the sun, or else it would have been very sunny by now. But so far it has been mild conditions, wind is stable, and although the summit looks like close by, we still have a bit to go. Okay, we are at the summit push, and the summit push is quite interesting. You have to descend all the way down there and then start the climb all the way up there. It's gonna be a hell of a climb. So we'll first conquer the descent, and it's quite a distance down, and enter the little jungle area and then start the climb. Let's do it. Alright guys, we are at the bottom of the summit peak, and we just entered this little jungle patch. We have to go past this, and then we'll reach the summit peak. The summit peak will have a climb of about, I'm assuming, 1.5 hours, and then we'll be at the summit. We are at the summit push. We can see the path that we took to come all the way here. It started all the way up there. If you can see the plains a little in front of the plains, we started our hike and scaled across all these ridges, all these peaks rather, and came along this ridge to end up here, and that is our destination. We have been hiking for 5 hours now, including the breaks. We took some breaks, and it's been 5 hours so far. We just crossed the 1,400 meter mark. In our hike, we are 1,423 meters above mean sea level. We started at around 877, so we gained close to 600 to 700 meters in altitude. My backdrop is amazing. That's where we started our hike, the Lanka Plains, all the way at the distance. We started there, scaled all the way, and these little peaks to climb here. And we are at the penultimate peak, which means we have one more summit push, and then we'll be there. It's right there. So after that, we'll set up the tent all the way at the summit, and we'll enjoy the view afterwards. It's only been 4.5 kilometers, but it feels like a very long journey because of how we have to travel along this ridge. It's an up down hike, so it is not easy. We are the last bit of the summit push. The path is not very clearly paved over here, maybe because not many people have summited this mountain in the recent past, but you can still see the footpath leading to the top, so we are still on the right way. And in about 10 to 15 minutes, I think we'll be able to reach the summit. All right, everybody, finally we have summited Kehelpathdoruwa mountain.
Did it, bro?
And look at this view. It's a little misty over there, but maybe in the morning it'll clear up, hopefully. But you see a lot of mountains off the Knuckles Massif, so we'll be able to see it when the area clears up, but it's so hazy right now. But over there, that's where we started, and hopefully this will be the place that we'll be setting up tent for the night. We are at the summit of Kehelpathdoruwa mountain. An amazing feeling to finally reach this summit. Good morning, everybody. We are on the top of Kehelpathdoruwa mountain and it's around 10:15 in the morning right now. Finally, it opened up. It was misty the whole night. And we are seeing most of the Knuckles peaks from here. And this is where we camped at. And Yahangala and the rest of the peaks are down there. The views at the peak are amazing, albeit on and off all the time. The entire night we were covered with a huge fog and we couldn't see anything. Right now you can see parts of the peaks that we came along. We started all the way somewhere in the middle. All the way at the back is the Velangola Plains, and somewhere next to it is where we started, and we scaled 1, 2, 3, 4, around 7 peaks down there and came all the way here and over here and to the place that we camped at. This is the very peak of the Kehelpathdoruwa range. It's around 1,500 meters above mean sea level, and next to it is this amazing view of the Knuckles range. You might be able to see some familiar peaks. That's Lakegala over there. Straight ahead is Tunhisgala, or unfortunately you cannot see it because of the clouds. And this mountain over here is the Garandialla mountain, and right behind it is Dumbanagala. And somewhere over there we saw a familiar peak called Navanagala. That is also covered right now. I'm waiting for a view of Tunhisgala, which is amazing because it's this pyramid-shaped mountain that's right in front of us. It's always hiding behind the clouds, so very difficult to get a hold of it. And there you go, that is the hike to Kehelpathdoruwa. It has been an amazing hike, a tiring one for sure. 5 hours scaling 8 peaks. Not an easy climb to conquer, and it gives you amazing views. Had the mist has been a little bit on our side, but wasn't the case all the time, but now it has opened up a little bit, so you can see some of the places. All right, everybody, I think it's time to sign off from the hike with this beautiful backdrop. You can see part of it at least, and then there's that the tent that we set up and the views of Knuckles. It has been an amazing hike. I'll see you in another hike. Keep enjoying life.